and I want to make this short video based on this particular doctor that I've been following. Now, this doctor is not the reason that I joined a wonderful company that has wonderful products that's doing amazing things for people who need more strength, balance, flexibility, and stamina, and all the things that we need on a day-to-day basis. The company called Super Patch, and I've created a YouTube channel to keep track of some of the things I'm seeing and doing. But what's interesting is this doctor here. I like what she's about and what she's representing. So she became one of the board, medical board and medical advisory board for this company. They have something so unique that just listen to what she has to say. So before I play it though, I'm gonna read real quick, and I hope you guys could bear with me a little bit. I'm sitting at dialysis in a dialysis chair, but there may be people talking around me. There may be machines beeping, so just bear with me. All right. It says here, she's talking about an article that confirms or validates that stuff. She said, we're spending more on healthcare than ever before, yet somehow we're actually getting sicker. Why? Because the system is built to react after the problem shows up instead of helping us stay healthy in the first place. What if we flipped the script? What if healthcare was proactive instead of reactive? Now, she goes on to talk about this. She says, that is why I love the Super Patch Co. The Super Patch uses neurotech woven into their patch that communicates with your nervous system to help your body perform at its best, improving balance, energy, focus, sleep, even stress response. No drugs, no chemicals, just a simple preventative way to support your health before things go off the rails. Now, I'm going to go ahead. If no one calls me, I'm just going to play what she said, okay? Check it out.
Lecture in Utah. Had a good time, by the way. I gave a recent lecture in Utah. Had a good time, by the way. Hello to the St. George, Utah people. The conference is called Healthy Living, and I was sent there by the Super Patch Company as a representative because I sit on the medical advisory board and to share our non-medicated physical therapy devices to the world. And the people who attend these healthy living conferences are typically interested in all different aspects of health and wellness. My analogy as I introduce the technology to the world is that the modern healthcare system is the equivalent of life pushing people off a cliff, and then we just kind of sit there and wait for them to hit the bottom, and then that's where the ambulance is to like cart the people away. Nothing is done to prevent these people from falling off the cliff. So of course I took some interest in this particular headline that we're spending trillions on healthcare, yet remain unwell. In fact, we're more unwell now than ever. And this article pretty much says that same philosophy. Like, we are spending our lives and all these millions of dollars putting out little baby fires. You have to understand how how we're trained as physicians. As a general rule, human beings are reactive. And reaction oftentimes comes too late, and it comes at a price. So whether we're reacting and you're getting a prescription, or we're reacting and you're getting an herb, or we're reacting and you get, acupuncture or some other therapy, you may have waited too long. And it's expensive. It doesn't make you any better. And the reality is, prevention is not a trip to your doctor or your wellness person or, your aromatherapy person or any of that. That is not your healthcare. Your wellness on a day-to-day basis is understanding that your daily activities are your healthcare. Now, healthcare insurance is an insurance, a bet against disaster. And we have turned a bet against disaster into a coupon for intervention. So when you have a coupon for intervention, you tend to use it. If it's a bet against a disaster, you tend to not use it. Why can you only get a health savings account if you only have certain types of insurance? Anyone should be able to get a health savings account, no matter what. Why is it attached to an insurance policy? If I have great insurance, I should also be able to save money for health expenditures, for my dental care, which, by the way, is critical to medical health. You have no idea how important oral health is to your full body health. Why do we not get an extra time in our day in the schools? Why did they take PE out of the schools? Why am I exposed to fluorescent lighting? I've spent the last 30 years under fluorescent lighting. 100% that has messed with my body. All of these things should be covered, in the Anna dream world. All of those things are covered by a health savings account. Now, it's not covered by a health savings account because the government wants their tax money. You haven't been taxed enough, but you got to be taxed on everything, right? So that's lesson number one. And reason number two, because the pharmaceutical industry and the insurance industry, which, by the way, are in cahoots, just so you know, they own massive medical systems, which own now all of the doctors. And what is interesting is all of that cabal was written into law that passed in 2010. The quote-unquote Affordable Care Act only made everything more expensive. All the cuts came up front to small medical practices, which by necessity joined bigger and bigger practices, which were ultimately captured by these huge corporate entities, which also own the hospital, all the testing services, and guess what? The pharmacies. And the same investor that owns the medical industry owns the insurance company. See, it's like, you see how they captured the entire thing? It's not in their interest that you would go work out or have clean water, and God forbid that you would have food that is not sprayed with chemicals. It's one of the reasons that I started this channel. It's one of the reasons why I put out a lot of free information. A lot of the companies that I sit on the medical advisory board for are in that same mindset that we need to prevent illness by proper nutrition and non-medical intervention before we go reaching for the medical intervention. It would certainly save us a lot of money as a nation, but it would make you feel better. And I know it's not easy to think about doing these things, but it's worth it. And so check out our website, drannatoker.com. Go to the doctor approved area and kind of look through our sponsors. Yes, those are awesome companies, but then look for the apps that we have where you can scan your food to see if it's organic, not organic, are there toxins there. There's one for supplements also. And then keep scrolling down and you'll see some food delivery services if you're like me and you live in the country. And you can keep scrolling down. I have some actual online wellness programs. And if you're interested in any of this content, of course, you can subscribe to our weekly program called Gut Check, where I send out a little informational once a week. And then we have a Signal app group where you can ask me questions and we go into deep dives in a lot of these little content concepts over time. All right, and I hope to see you guys there.
Okay, so just a quick commentary on all the things she shared. So Dr. Anna Toker, she is a colorectal surgeon. She's been doing this for 20 years, but she's not just any colorectal surgeon. She's one of the top performers in the country. But what I love about the content she shares, she seems to have a special gift of how to explain things in a way that the layperson like me can understand. Even though I know of a lot of medical terms, I don't know everything. Of course not. I'm not a doctor. But because I deal with doctors and nurses and people all the time because of being 30 years on dialysis, and being in that web, so to speak, of the healthcare system, I like the things she's putting out for people we need to wise up, man. I mean, really, honestly, truly. And one of the things is big pharma she talked about there, and how these guys have like a monopoly on the healthcare system, entire healthcare system. So what are you personally going to do to change it? What am I going to do to change it? Well, that's why I also partner with the company called Super Patch, because they have drug-free solutions to wellness to help you improve on a lot of things. Anyway, so I just want to share this video. I'm going to say just follow her, and here's some of the things she's putting out for your own health and wellness. As you maybe begin to change some things, make changes, like for example, going for an exercise walk, scanning those food delivery people stuff, so that you'll know you're getting good quality food and supplements. But this is going to continue. I follow her, and that's why I get this information. But I love this clip. It's a lot. I'm going a little bit long, but I'm going to end it now because I want you guys to at least hear what she has to say about these important factors. All right, thank you. Have a great day, guys. Let's go learn about Super Patch. It don't hurt to add something drug-free in your life for your health and wellness. And if you have any questions, go to stopneuropain.superpatch.com.